Hi guys, this is Lily with MVP Realty and Associates, and I am here with.
My name is Israel Lemus with Mid-America Mortgage, and my NMLS is 1204281.
Okay, so we're over here at the open house, and he was so nice and kind to be here to answer any questions for our buyers that come in, because we get a lot of questions. So he's here to answer some of them, but we're going to go ahead and go through some of the questions that I've been getting online and from people that have called me and stuff like that. So
Sounds great.
Is that good?
Absolutely.
Okay, fantastic. So one of them is, how do I get qualified for a loan, and what do I need to get started?
So it's essentially, Lily, it's this exact same process. I'd say it's a 1A. The first thing would be a 1A and a 1B. So 1A is having a conversation with a licensed mortgage professional.
Okay.
So you definitely want to say, and we do this when we go to the dentist, we go to the doctors.
Yeah.
As soon as you leave, you have all these questions. You definitely
Yeah.
don't want to do this, because buying a mortgage, buying your home, any home, it's going to be the largest purchase you're probably ever going to make.
Yeah.
So please ask all the questions so you know
Yes.
you don't have any doubts in your mind.
Okay.
You want to have all your questions answered. And once you have that initial conversation, the 1B would be actually doing their application, whether it's
Okay.
online, in person, however it may be.
Okay. And then, like, what are some of the things that they need to get started? Like, before they call you, like, some of the stuff to have together, because they're feeling like they're ready to go.
I mean, truth be told, just having a good idea of what your credit score is going to be at, more or less. But as far as like supporting documentation, driver's license, social security numbers, recent pay stubs, W-2s, if you're self-employed, personal tax returns, bank statements from where the closing costs are going to be coming from.
Oh, okay. And if you have your own business, because I've had that before, how many years do we have to go back on that?
It's typically 2 years.
2 years?
Yes,
Okay. Okay, fantastic. So another question is what's the difference between being pre-qualified and being pre-approved? Because on a lot of these, when we submit a contract, a lot of the agents want a pre-approval letter.
Absolutely, right.
So they just want to know, well, I'm already pre-approved, or I've been talking to someone, or I've got something on Rocket Mortgage or whatever. Well, the letter is what? What is the difference?
The biggest difference between pre-qualified and pre-approved is, say you have the conversation, you applied already. Now I receive it, I pull your credit, I'm looking over the application. On paper, it looks phenomenal. So I'm thinking, hey, we can do this loan, you're
Yes.
pre-qualified.
Pre-qualified.
But the next step is for me to release that letter,
Yeah.
so you can actually submit an offer.
Yes.
I'm going to reach out to your buyer, and I'm going to ask for all the supporting documentation to actually prove that this information on the
Yes.
application is correct.
Oh,
And once all that's in and I can verify all that, then I'll release that pre-approval letter.
okay. And how long does it take to get the pre-approval letter?
It's really dependent on how fast we get those documents in.
Okay.
Our typical turnaround time is about, from application to close, is 30 days, is what we shoot for.
Oh, application to close.
Correct. But that's, again,
That's not
it's going to
bad.
be how responsive is my buyer.
Okay. Yes, of course. And another question here is,
Yes, ma'am.
can you get a mortgage without a credit score? I just got this
Can
one this
you?
past week.
It's, I don't want to say you can't.
Okay.
It's possible. And the reason would be, if let's say someone approaches me or you,
Okay.
hey, I don't have any credit score, I don't have any
Yes.
points,
Yes.
or credit profile, whatever have you.
Yes.
What can I do? The first question should be, do you know anyone that you know and trust that can co-sign with you? Because you don't want to have because they're going to assume full responsibility on this loan, just like that person is.
Yes.
So let's say they do know somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to have them apply, and then we're going to use their income and their liabilities to actually pre-qualify for that loan. So that's why I said it's a possibility, but if you have somebody that you know and trust and they're not able to do it,
Yes.
then we can't really say they can.
Wow. So,
So it's a possibility.
but they have to have a co-signer.
Correct.
They can't just say, well, I've got all this money in the bank. I've been working at this job for 5 or 6 years, same place.
So there are other potential options out there for certain lenders that'll have products like they can do like a bank statement loan,
Uh-huh.
but not every
Okay.
lender will have products like that. So it really
Okay.
depends on the
Okay.
situation and where you're applying at.
Okay. Do you have products like that?
Yes, ma'am. We do.
Okay, good. Okay.
If I didn't, I wouldn't bring it up.
Yeah, okay, okay. Oh, okay. And we're gonna go with one more last question, and I don't know which one is probably the toughest. It's how does my mortgage people know how much of a house I can afford? How much should I save for a home purchase? Or how do I know which home mortgage option is best for me?
Right. So this all goes back to the very first, the 1A, the
Okay.
initial conversation. We're going to find
Okay.
out what's your budget. Do you have an idea of what your monthly payment is, what you want it to be?
Yes.
Because then
What they're
once you
comfortable-
do, exactly right. So once we have that figure, we can start manicuring and tailoring that loan structure specifically for that one person.
Okay.
And that may involve, hey, I'm a veteran, so I don't have a down payment. We can get you in at 0% down.
Yes.
Or if you're
yes.
looking in a rural area,
Yes.
that it's not in the Metroplex area, then we can do a USDA loan. Now for those, it's also, it kind of mirrors VA where it's also 0% down, but for USDA, it's two different qualifications. The buyer has to qualify and so does the property.
Oh, okay.
Because it does have to
Okay.
be in a very rural area.
Rural. Okay, okay. And what if it has cows and stuff on it, or a bee farm? Is that
I'll be
something
honest.
different?
If it's zoned residentially, we should be able to do
Oh,
it.
okay, okay.
So we have to see how it's zoned.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, those are just some of the questions that I got from some of the buyers and some people out there when I bump into people. Thank you so much,
And
Israel.
just to kind of
Yeah.
jump back into, there's one thing I didn't mention that
Yeah.
I do want to address.
Good.
You had mentioned about the down payment, how much.
Oh, yeah, yeah. People,
So-
yes.
That's always, it's going to be tailored specifically to that specific buyer because everyone's different.
Okay.
But for those of y'all who are scared and a little worried about, I don't have enough money,
Mm-hmm.
just have a conversation with me or another licensed mortgage professional. We can get you in the right idea. That way we know, share your thoughts, share your concerns.
Yeah.
Me personally, at Mid-American Mortgage, we actually have a lot of down payment assistance programs that we can potentially
Yes.
get you in.
Yes, yeah. yeah.
So it's the most important thing, Lily, is having that conversation.
Okay, okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for
No,
coming.
my pleasure.
Thanks for doing this with me.
And
I
come and see
appreciate
us
it.
here. We're at 9507
Yes, Mustang.
Mustang Court.
Yes. We'll talk to you later, guys, and
Thank
I
you all.
hope this was helpful.
Hope to see you.
Bye.